Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday, the 21st of December. So, as we get to the shortest day of the year, thank goodness, well, over here in the UK anyway, or this part of the world, I should say. Um, well, what we got? We got quietness with us. Let me just start off. In fact, before I look at the technicals, let's just have a quick look at the news-wise, what we got out today. So the calendar for today, I can get there. It's just we want this today's. There we are. CAD for cable, the calendar for today. It's just got inflation basically for Canada and a bit of consumer confidence in the US there. This sort of data, yep, it may affect the Canadian dollar for sure, but it's unlikely to be a big hit around the market, so I don't expect much movement at all today. Also, most of the speakers are probably broken up for school on school holidays, and there's not a single speaker I can see there, so right, that sums it up for the day there. A quiet one. Now, talking of quiet ones, I've been looking through these markets and they've been pretty quiet over the last few days and really are getting sort of range bound a little. Okay, that gives us opportunities on the trading the ranges, but be careful. Choose carefully. We might see something running through. In fact, there's already a sort of higher low being confirmed on this little short time here, whether we see a continuation through this morning towards its R1. On days like this, often it just doesn't manage it. It's just too much in a range. I would pick my fights quite carefully on days like this, and often end up without anything, but that's the way it is. I mean, yesterday I had a sort of a very scalpy trade. There's nothing I really want to get into and hold over Christmas period now, so Friday would be my absolute last day if I'm going to catch anything on Friday. We'll see, but you just never know with these markets. So the pound, similar picture, consolidation around where the price is last few days, hardly going anywhere short term. Again, it's a bit rangy. I prefer it towards the short side. Personally grabbed a short out of it, short-term short. It really was. It turned into a real scalpy sort of move yesterday, and that was that. And it just looks so ugly. I've actually even come down the time frames from my normal hourly time frame min to see something, and I was trading yesterday on a 15-minute time frame, and it just sort of shows the sort of the how things have developed in the last couple of days. So as I said, too many school holidays coming through here. US dollar yen, well, of course, yesterday that saw the big move through the Asian session largely, although it did move on quite nicely and continue running. Now, again, talking of continuation, it's looking pretty much like it's set to go this morning. Well, be careful of expecting big or having big expectations. It might slow down, but certainly it's looking like it's going in the right sort of, well, I say right direction, and continuing in this downward direction. Now, the daily pivots are quite a long way away either side because of the large range yesterday. So if you're looking at pivots, I'd be looking at the sort of midway between these pivots. Look at the mid levels, probably somewhere like 131.01, 02 sort of area where I've got my cursor at the moment. On the that sort of level would be where the support would come in, which is pretty close with the body of the prior low there anyway. So I wouldn't expect massive moves, although it could slip off a little bit further, a bit of aftershock. Okay, Aussie dollar, no, similar to all moving in a very similar sort of movement. You can see the consolidation on the 4 hour is literally red green. What day is it going to be today then? A red one or a green one? Again, tightening up, and in fact tightening within it's got even tighter, but what I'm saying there, it was pretty tight back here, so not great expectations there. You probably picked that up overall. Really get the feeling these markets are going to do too much for us. Okay, looking then at the Canadian dollar. This has been coming off a bit. The short side of it's been the better side of things, but again, it's so choppy and ugly. It's a 4-hourly chart, and even the hourly chart, it's literally side by side at the moment. Yes, it could break down here a little bit more. It's got that sort of look about it that it could be selling off. It is very close to its daily pivot, so who knows, it might just come back for that. But that's pretty much on the currency side. You can see I'm not really overly taken by these markets this morning. So looking across towards gold, and daily wise, a similar picture, a little bit more bullishness kicking in, a little bit more of a trend there on the 4-hourlies than anything else, but dipping over at the moment. But again, the bull flag, that sort of bull flaggish pattern that's sort of sitting there, might be triggering. It's certainly the movement seems to be towards the upside, and we've got quite a lot of did I see a lot of short sellers in there? Let's just have a quick look at where we were sitting yesterday. Oh no, they were buying gold yesterday, the retail traders. So I was just having a look. So maybe on the right side of things here at the moment. Certainly are on the right side of things in the short term at least. Oil. Let's just have a look at spot crude here. So really, again, it's just consolidated. 4-hourlies, spiky as anything. It's trying to put these sort of higher lows in. I drew something on there, so I can just adjust that slightly, but it has got sort of the bias towards the upside overall, but it is coming quite deep on the retracements, in which case at some point I expect it to just run the break through a little bit, but it might just break as far as its S1 or something like that if it does. So not the greatest of moves expected there. Look at the indices. Just come to dailies and make sure I'm on the dailies here. And well, we've seen the CSI 300 not really move too much. We saw the selling off before that. It's just really looking through Nikkei. The news yesterday really wasn't good for equity markets, and the Nikkei's really fouled, having looked quite bullish at one stage there and expecting further upside, but no, it's now doing it. It's in its third wave of a retracement for sure. How much further though? Looking pretty soft. The pre-Christmas sell-off. Who knows? I keep on talking about Santa Claus rally. It's got to be coming somewhere. Nifty 50 again selling off. It's catching right the way through there. Now, is this the beginnings? The S&Ps, E-minis, just turning the corner possibly, but I don't really want to be buying into these markets. They really are, picture-wise, looking pretty poor. There's obviously selling coming through. They might just give us a bit of a move from these levels. Again, the Nasdaq still looking the weaker of the three major US markets there. Coming close to home, and the DAX, similar picture really, and the smaller ranges that we're seeing there. Let's just come down the time frames a little bit on this one. So we've got the weekly pivot still untouched above, and the daily pivot untouched below. So really not looking the best of markets whatsoever. Just have a look at the FTSE. It's just come through the time frames here. FTSE's pretty much it's been outperforming a little bit. Maybe here's where the rally will come. In the shorter time frames on the hourlies, you'll see the higher low that sort of developed there. It's whether or not it can break above the near-term high and continue, maybe. But it has got, it looks like a gap now. I don't know if it's just this broker or if there is a genuine gap there. But not a lot I want to go for. Right, as it's near the end of the week, it's midweek, I'll have a look at the crypto markets briefly, and well, they're looking still very weak. Okay, yesterday a decent update, but it's sort of already starting to be given back this morning. Looking soft where it is. My preference. Okay, we might see some thin old markets, but that's their probably best chance of seeing anything rally. I'm just running through these really quickly here, and they're all pretty much the same pattern within a bit. Even ripples, everything's running southbound, and still, for me, they're better shorts than they are longs. On that sweet note, I wish you a great day's trading. I'll catch you in the morning. Bye for now.